What's going on, guys? Today I'm bringing you guys a new kind of video that I've never done before. It is going to be a tips and tricks on the brand new game that they just added, a limited time only solo showdown. Now, this game mode is pretty much like a tournament or a competition to see where the most points at the end of these 50 games that you must play in order to place or qualify for this tournament. The person with the most points gets a prize, which is VBucks. First place, I think, gets 50,000 VBucks, which is pretty insane, honestly. It's like $500 worth of VBucks, and everybody's going to be playing this game mode. As much as they're advertising it to be kind of more like a skill-based kind of thing, it's really not. It's pretty much everybody. It's pretty much just like a regular solo, but you don't want to play it like a regular solo because of how they're grading this system. Now, let's get into this. So I played this. First of all, this game mode is not. This gameplay is not from that. This is a replay of a regular solo that I played after I already played a couple of the new limited time mode games. I just didn't want to, because I didn't want to put one of the gameplays up because the gameplays are kind of boring because you have to play a complete different play style than if you were playing any other game mode. But let's just get right into it. So I initially looked at the new game mode on the Twitter this morning, and I saw that it's based off score, and the person with the most score at the end gets a prize or whatever. And I didn't really even know it was V-Bucks until after this, so I was like, alright, cool. So I came on, and I played 2 games, and I placed, like, top 25, and I had, like, 11 to 15 kills in both of them. And I was like, alright, well, I have a decent amount of score because of my kills. So I was like, alright, and then I clicked on the thing again, and then I looked at the actual rules, and I'll put them up on the screen right now, and I saw that it has nothing to do with your in-game score. It has more to do on their own score system, which is the place you get in the game. So I placed top 25 in the first 2 games that I played, and then I completely changed my playstyle after seeing this score sheet and seeing this is how they do it, which I personally don't agree with. And I saw that I just got to play completely different, and I won my last 3 games that I've tried, and now I'm kind of taking a break off of that because it causes a lot of stress. But to get into my tips and tricks, I'm going to let you guys know. Tip number 1 is you want to land on the outskirts, the unnamed ones preferably, and loot as much as you can, gain as many materials before you get into any gunfight. Now, obviously, this is completely different than you would in a solo. In a regular solo match, you'd want to land somewhere where you can get more kills, or land somewhere where you're going to see people. And obviously, you want to do that in this game mode too, because like getting kills is kind of fun and all, but it means nothing in this game mode if you're trying to get the prize. So what you want to do is, like I said, you want to land it kind of like you want to look at the map on the island before it even goes. You want to see where the bus is heading, and you want to pick a spot and go there. And what you want to do is you want to loot as much as you can. You want to make sure you have everything that you need to get into a fight, whether that's a shotgun, an AR, and everything like that. You want to make sure you're ready, and then loot up. If you see there's nobody by you, doesn't mean you have to push in to find a fight. You want to, even if you're not in the circle, you want to sit there. You want to gain all your materials. You want to get all the loot that you possibly can. You want to make sure that you're ready and strapped up for any sort of fight you're going to get into. And this is leading into my second tip, which is you want to play slow and smart, and you want to wait for the circle, but you don't want to wait to the point where it's on you and you're going to be running right on the edge where there's a possibility you're going to get hit, because health obviously matters. You want to make sure you take your life, and you want to make sure you keep it. You don't want to lose any damage. You don't want to get picked off here or there. You want to make sure you're just playing as smart as possible. Now, what I've done is I've landed on these outskirts, I've looted up, and then I would go in slowly as the circle's coming in, but I wouldn't wait too long, like I said, so I don't get hit. And as soon as I would get in from the circle, I would build a little 1x1, a couple stories up, and sit on the edge of the circle to make sure nobody's coming up from behind me and everything like that. The reason why you want to wait so long and run in with the circle is to make sure that nobody's coming in from behind you and make sure that stuff doesn't happen to you, because if you get pinned or start getting shot from behind, that's when everybody starts going to the gunshots and you'll most likely die. So you want to just make sure you're sitting there. You don't want to push yourself into a gunfight. You don't want to run to the circle too early because everybody else is going to be doing the same thing. You want to make sure you're sitting back, relaxing, gaining what you need, and getting ready to get into a fight. Now, tip number 3, you don't want to shoot unless you have to. It saves your ammo, keeps your position hidden, and the kills, like I said, do not matter in this game mode. As much as you think getting a kill would help you out, it does not matter. All you need to do is place good and win the game. It gets you the most points. A win is 100 points, and that's big. So you don't want to shoot, because if you shoot, it attracts the enemies. Everybody's going to go to the gunshots. And you don't want to give yourself attention that you don't need to do. Like if you see somebody running, and if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you see this guy and you think that he's going to be a threat, You take a couple shots at him, and then you push him and you kill him. But you don't want to. You only take the shot if you know you're gonna hit it. You don't want to spray your gun and make the gunfight last longer, because if the gunfight lasts long, that's when everybody's going to attract to it, and you're going to be put into a situation where there's like 4 or 5 people killing each other, and unless you have a launch pad, it's going to be pretty tough to get out of, and you're going to have to kill them all in order to make it out safe. Now, my tip number 4 is something a little different, something that you probably wouldn't expect in a solo game mode, but is to stay away from the sniper rifle. And I don't mean, if you hear it, duck your head. I mean, you do not want to get a sniper in your inventory. I would prefer running 2 shotguns. 2 shotguns is probably a lot smarter than running a sniper, in my opinion, because a close range fight, you're gonna want to use a shotgun, and having 2 of them, like attack to a pump, or a pump to attack, or attack to a heavy, or pump to a heavy, any kind of situation that you like, I would prefer not picking up a sniper rifle, because it leaves you vulnerable. When you're aiming in a scope to try to kill somebody, there's a bunch of other people on the map that you're sitting still when you're aiming in with the scope. Like, it's not like you're moving around, strafing back and forth. You have your scope zoomed in on somebody, and you're standing still, which leaves you wide open to anybody looking around, and then they'll just either A, you'll get sniped yourself, or B, you're going to just start taking damage from an AR or something like that. That's why I would suggest you stay away from them, just because of the pure fact that it's not smart, especially near the end of the game, because if you pick as much as you think you having a sniper rifle is going to help you out in the end, because you get that one-shot headshot, they're pretty much dead no matter what kind of sniper rifle you have. They can do the same thing to you. And if you hear people sniping, all you have to do is really crouch, build a 1x1, because they're not going to hit you with a sniper rifle if they can't see you. And then if they have the sniper rifle out, you slowly keep pushing up further and further to the point where they still have the sniper rifle out and they start spraying you, and then that's when they're panicking, and you can go in and move into your attack with your shotguns, because they won't have the shotguns, or even an RPG. They won't have the shotguns, because if you have the double shotgun and they're still there, they don't have it because they have one pump if they have one pump action, you're in such a good position when you have 2 shotguns. You hit them with the pump, one shot with the attack, they're most likely going to lose a lot of damage, then you can just spray them down to their death. So having a sniper rifle, I think, puts you at a big disadvantage, especially when you need to win the game. You just need to play smart. Having a sniper rifle doesn't allow you to play very smart. Now, lastly, my last tip is a pretty obvious tip. You want to play to win. You don't need to be a hero. You don't need to be the guy that sits there and posts on Twitter saying, oh, solo showdown 20 kill game or something like that, because the kills don't matter. Obviously, getting the kills is a cool thing to show, and whatever you can show off, so you see how many kills you got. Everybody will be like, oh, wow, that's crazy. But in the end, you keep playing like that, you're not going to win every game. You're going to have that one game where you get the 20 kills, and then everybody, once you start doing that, you're not going to make it out of those situations where there's 4 people. And that's pretty much it. What I'm telling you guys to do is you want to play slow and you want to play smart, especially smart. You want to make sure you're aware of everything that's going on. You want to make sure that you don't put yourself in a situation where somebody can sneak up from behind you. Always play with the storm on your back. It's just a really good idea, because you don't want anybody running into you. Just play on the edge, play smart, and I guarantee you'll place better. Placement means everything. You place in the top 10, it gets you more points to where if you got 5 kills and placed in the top 15. I'm telling you, you want to play smart, you want to play slow, you want to play ready to go if anything happens. You want to have everything stacked and ready. You don't want to rush yourself into a fight with 90 wood or anything like that, because you'll just end up getting killed. Anyway, this game mode's going to be kind of fun. It's only for like 3 days or something, and you need to play 50 matches in order to place it out. So play up. Make sure you listen to my tips, because trust me, it helped me, so it'd probably help any of you guys. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. It really will help me out. And leave a comment on any other kind of game mode, any kind of video you guys would like to see. And again, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.